Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another live stream. We're back with another Who's Ready for Beam Monster Jam stream today. It has been a little less than a week. No, it's been a little over a week, actually, since we did one of these live streams. We did like 3 in the span of 7 days, and then it's been a pretty busy week for me, so didn't really have the time to get one of these in there, but we are back with stop number 3 of Arena Series number 2. This is the last stop of the third go-around for all 4 of these series, and it is the second to last stop on this particular series, and it is also the last stop before we get into stop 4 for all of the series, where we will be crowning series champions, eliminating drivers, and qualifying drivers for the World Finals. But before we get there, we've got to get through this Arena Series stop. Very happy to have you all here. I hope you all are excited as I am. I know I'm a little bit later than I was anticipating today, or at least with what I posted before, but I mean, that's okay. It happens. Sometimes we don't, I don't get to do things perfectly when I'm, you can't really plan things out like that. I just knew I would be free in the afternoon to do a live stream, and that was really the whole goal there. So, the stream is working. That is all I care about. Got to get the stream loaded on my computer, and it is. So, hope you guys are ready to go. I'm excited. This is going to be... I got to get the rust off a little bit. Got to get myself ready to do this, because it's been like I said, it's been a whole week. So we've got to get everything prepped and ready. I've got everything set to go, but we will get ourselves ready for the first competition of the day, which is going to be racing. Now, racing is going to be a little interesting on this track. I did a practice pass. This track is very tight. Very, very tight. Not going to be a lot of high-speed runs, I'll tell you that much. So, we're not going to be starting racing just this second, because we have to go through the points standings right now. Just remind you guys of where we're at. So, going into today, your series leader is Carolina Crusher with 45 points. Max D is in second with 41, tied with Excalibur as well. Just Get Her Done 2 is in fourth with 39. Scooby-Doo and Whiplash are tied with 37. El Toro Loco Ice has 32. And Monster Mutt Dalmatian has 20. So if Monster Mutt Dalmatian wants to do anything, well, it's going to have to start turning its fortunes around right here today, or else things are not going to be going in any positive direction. So we will see if things can turn around. If not, well, it's going to be a bit of a rough finish to this season for the Monster Mutt Dalmatian truck, because, well, if you're in the bottom 4 of this series, you are totally eliminated, and that's not a place you want to be in. So, Monster Mutt Dalmatian pulls to the line. Check and make sure everything is working. It is. All right. We are off. Now, this is like I said, it's a Chicago-style track, and it's very tight. Not a lot of room to be really just flooring it and airing it out. You've got to be really precise with your turns here. And that is it, 20.62, the time for the Monster Mutt Dalmatian. So that gives you a bit of an idea of what we are dealing with here. So 20.62 is your time to beat here in racing. I also like that I'm getting to do a different arena here. This entire, both stop 3s, we got to see different floors instead of just the regular arena layout. So, nice to see something different. El Toro Loco Ice will be next. So he gets ready for his run. So again, we're doing racing in reverse order of how they are currently sitting on this series. So these bottom drivers really have to make a good impression out here. They've got to have a good run. El Toro Loco going pretty quick so far, and it's a 19.31. So El Toro Loco is going to get himself in first place right now. And by a pretty solid number as well. 19.31 is definitely a good time. And we'll see if that can end up holding him up there. I did just confirm that the birds that I've been hearing this whole time are in the game. So here comes Whiplash. Again, these first 4 competitors have to really put on good shows today. You don't want to go into that last show having to climb out of the bottom. You want to be in a spot where you're already in it and you're just protecting those scores. Right now, these bottom 4, these first 4, are not in that position. But Whiplash with a 19.39, gonna help herself out with a second place finish there. Just flip it over, I don't care. So the 19.39 for Whiplash, a solid number, but we'll have to wait and find out how it will hold, because there's still 5 more trucks to go. El Toro Loco Ice sitting in first, but so far, 2 of the first 3 putting down some pretty good times. Scooby-Doo getting up on 2 wheels for its race. Having a little trouble manipulating these corners here. And that is a 19.61 for the Scooby-Doo. That is 3rd place at the moment. So Monster Mutt Dalmatian still sitting in last right now. Can't quite seem to get out of its own way. El Toro Loco remains in first. We get into the top half of the competitors. As we'll have Just Get Her Done, the 2nd generation, coming out next. All right. Oh no! Problems in the corner for Just Get Her Done. He is up on top of that dumpster. He's going to have to make up some serious ground in the rest of this race. Well, that was something that can't really happen. Managed to get a 23.89, but I have a feeling that's going to be a bad time for Just Get Her Done. I mean, that's just... He's in 4th place right now. He can't afford to be losing points. That'll bring out Excalibur, who's currently in a tie for 2nd on this series. A reminder that the top 2 drivers on this series will move their way up to the stadiums and also get qualified for the World Finals. Excalibur is up now. Nice and slow and steady, and it won the race with a 19.09. So it felt slow. Turned out it was the fastest run of the night by 0.03 of a second there. So Excalibur did very nice. A 19.09 is a really, really good number for Excalibur. Going to bring out your next competitor, Max D. Now, Max D is tied with Excalibur right now, so as we go throughout this second-to-last event, these are 2 trucks you want to keep an eye on, because one of them will likely be holding... Well, one of them will likely be ahead of the other at the end of the day. Max D going to try and be the one at the top. 19.26. So that is not going to cut it here in racing for Max D. What it is going to do is give Excalibur a small edge now, because Excalibur will finish at least 1 point ahead. So Max D getting second place. Not bad. That is going to put a lot of pressure on Carolina Crusher right now. Carolina Crusher holding a 4-point lead on this series. Well, the two drivers behind him are currently sitting in first and second, so he can't afford to be any less than that. He could afford to be in third, but that's about it. We'll see. He had a good time racing last week. A part of the reason why he is here in first is because of that racing last week. He's going pretty quick. Let's see across the line. It's an 18.71. Carolina Crusher has done it again. And once again, this truck continues to surprise and is going to be in a really good spot to win this series because of it. So the top of this series playing really consistent, but the only driver to get a sub-19 time was your series leader by 0.3 of a second. That was blazing fast compared to everything else we've seen today. Wow. That was awesome. That was really fast. Very happy to see you all here in the chat. Great to see you all. So that ends off the racing portion of today's event. I'm going to go around and do a little, go around and do a little spring cleaning here. Come on, get. Well, that didn't work very well. Oh, that's annoying. How about you? That works. Nice little souvenir for somebody. Alright, well, I mean, I could live with those there for now. Alright, so, with that being the end of that competition, yeah, I gathered that drop dead. Thanks. I was hoping they wouldn't be, but that's okay. Getting a little hot. Hold on. So, it is time for the two-wheel skills competition. In this competition, you guys are the judges. Those of you that are here watching have the ability to judge. You put your scores in the comments of the live, or in the live chat, and you can have an impact on the score, because the score will be reflected based off of yours. It'll be a relative average of the scores you guys are providing in the chat. Killing the fans as per usual. It's the only way to do it. So your first competitor is going to be Just Get Her Done 2. They will get 2 moves. Every truck will get 2 moves to do whatever they want. You guys are judging it from 1 to 10. No sky wheelies allowed, because there is a sky wheelies competition. There's a lot of options on this track to do stuff, so I'm intrigued to see what we see today. That was not the move. Oh no! Just Get It Done 2's flipped it over! Oh my goodness, this truck is doing everything it can to be totally... Oop! Hit the wrong button. To be totally uncompetitive on this series. I mean, come on. How bad can you be? The answer is very, unfortunately. So we need to see those scores. Ah, Life Changer, we've got a new profile picture, huh? Do I take requests for shows to commentate over? Yeah, I could. It depends, though. I've been pretty consistently just doing... people like to request a lot of shows that I've either done before, or shows that I just don't really want to do, but I will listen to requests. I'm not opposed to it. Alright. You guys have gotten a couple scores in there in the comments. I'd like to see a little bit more on the next run, but I know you guys aren't so fond of scoring the runs that aren't very good, so I understand. What the heck? Delaware Speedway. What in the world is that? Well, if I find a video for it, sure. I don't know what Clippy is, Life Changer, but cool. Alright, the score for Get It Done is going to be a 4.3. Not great. He is tanking his chances of staying alive here. So here comes Monster Mutt Dalmatian. This truck's had a real rough go of it this season. Pretty firmly in last. It's going to take an absolute Hail Mary for this truck to do anything. Doing a slap wheelie. Love to see that in an arena. That's always fun. Gonna try a bicycle. Alright, got a little reverse bicycle for a moment. That was cool. So that's the two moves for Monster Mutt Dalmatian. I'm gonna have to reset this track for freestyle so that I can get it to be the way I want. So we're just gonna reset all these trucks. Well, I don't have to reset them yet. I can leave them out here for sky wheelies. So let's see the score for Monster Mutt Dalmatian. Ooh, very cool, Drop Dead. Glad to hear it. I know you've got the goated tracks, so I'm excited. I still need somebody to get me the damn Colvinard and Morgan Kane World Finals Gravediggers, because I don't have them yet, and no one's reached out to give them to me, so... Alright, you guys are giving a lot more scores here. Liking what I see. Alright, let's close them. Much better numbers for Monster Mutt Dalmatian. 7.65 is your new leader. That is going to bring out... I could make them easily. Do you have Nathan's mods? What's that? No idea what that is. Alright, here's Monster Mutt Dalmatian. Oh, clip the bus? But Scooby-Doo was still rolling for a moment there. That was pretty cool. Oh boy, Scooby's going over. And got a save. Very nice. Scooby-Doo, let's see the scores in the comments section. In the chat, I should say. Come on, chat. Let's see them scores. That was a pretty good run out of Scooby-Doo. Can I do Gravedigger? Gravedigger is not on this series. This is a points series here. Nathan Hill's mod. It's the one that I've tried. Yes, I do. I do have that pack. Love that pack, actually. Those are my favorite trucks to drive out of all of them. So that would be lit if you made if you made the Gravedigger, the World Finals Gravediggers on there. Because that would be fantastic. Those are my favorite trucks to drive. They're a little bit tougher to drive than the regular ones. They're a little bit more skillful, but they just look so much prettier. So all right, the score for Scooby-Doo is closed, and it is a 7.9. Very solid numbers, and it is first place. So we've got a new leader atop the leaderboard. Do you have the lighter pack? I don't know. I might. All right, here comes Whiplash. Let's see what she provides. I can make an add-on. You just drag it into your game, and that works. I do have Discord. What if... I can add your Discord, because I don't want to put mine in the chat, because it's my name. Well... Not that you guys can't find my name, to be fair, but whatever. That'd be so cool, though. Yeah, if you leave your Discord drop dead, I can add you. That'll be sick. Super sick. Alright, let's continue on with this competition. Alright, let me add that real quick. Alright, I sent you a friend request on Discord. Alright, Whiplash going for a slap wheelie. And pulling off a double slap wheelie. Very nice. Whiplash fighting for dear life on this series to try and stay alive. I'm doing good, Joseph. How are you? Oh! That didn't work very well for Whiplash. Let's see the scores. Sometimes you just don't get the runs the way you want them to. You're dealing with the California heat? It's going to be 110 today here, which is actually pretty mild, all things considered. It was 118 here the other day. So El Toro Loco's getting ready for his run, but we got to get the score in. Got it. I can send some stuff that may be helpful for the series. I love you. Drop Dead. Drop Dead, if you keep this rate up, you're going to be modded just like Life Changer, because you're life-changing just as much. Only got 2 scores there for the Whiplash. I think you guys forgot to score, but that's okay. It's a 7.4. About 103 there today? Ah! That's nothing. Alright, El Toro Loco lining up for his first move. Oh my! A reverse somersault? Oh, wow. That was something. And he's still walking this wheelie. Well, that was great. That was something new. Big fan of whatever that just was. El Toro Loco going for move number 2. All right, pretty good run out of El Toro Loco there. Let's see the scores in the comments. All right, well, El Toro Loco coming here to play. Make sure you're getting those scores in right when you see that run end, because you don't want to miss out. Only got a couple trucks left in this competition, and it is the guys at the top of the series who are left to go. Alright, let's close up them scores. A lot of high scores here. It's going to be a 9.16. That is a new leader for El Toro Loco. Big time number. That'll bring out Max D. Oh, failure. Big time failure out of the Max D truck there. I'm not sure what went wrong, but it certainly didn't go right. Looks like going to try it again. Make sure he can nail it this time. They better nail it this time, because that first move was leaving a lot to be desired and didn't really nail that either. So Max D left a little bit on the table there in that run. Gotta say, I think he could have done a little bit better. We'll see what you guys thought with your scores. A lot of hoods being ripped off today. We're getting close to 80,000 subscribers, by the way, which is pretty awesome. We're up to 78.8, which is fantastic. My dream was always to hit 100K so that I can get a play button, but I don't think that's ever going to happen. But you never know. You saw an abandoned Ferrari F40 when driving? That's crazy. Alright, scores are closed. It's a 7.8, which is third place for Max D. Got a little lucky that the total number of judges there was a little low. So here's Excalibur. Excalibur trying to bicycle. Whoa! Overdid the heck out of it, but is going to save it. Well, that worked out kind of nicely. That was a bit of a chaotic first move there for Excalibur. Alright, well, 2 bicycles for Excalibur. We'll see what the number is. You got to move your first monster truck? Lucky. I've never even, well, I've sat in one. I've never driven one before. I've never even turned it on. I'd like to, though. I'd really like to. It's on the bucket list, that's for sure. Alright, just one truck left. And it's the series-leading Carolina Crusher trying to add to it. Alright, scores are in. You guys have given in your scores. It is a 9 flat, which is second place for Excalibur. So a pretty impressive number, even though he didn't nail his moves very well. We've had a pretty underwhelming two-wheel skills competition so far. So Carolina Crusher going to come out here with a chance to really put the hammer down on this series. Alright, Carolina Crusher doing a stoppie. He's rolling it over, but will the gravity grab him? Yes! Well, this is why Carolina Crusher finds himself at the top of this series, because he's just finding new ways to do stuff that no one else is doing. And it's not even seemingly on purpose. But it's working, and it's getting this truck all the points it needs to grab a potential series victory. Comboing it up now. This truck's just playing around. It's like playing in the sandbox. Another combo. Oh my goodness. Well, that was a great run out of Carolina Crusher. We'll see what you guys thought with your scores, because Carolina Crusher coming out here to play with a really, really good run here in two-wheel skills after already winning racing. Looking like he's going to be the truck to beat on this series in the last stop and a half now. We'll see what you guys give it numbers-wise as we prepare for the second half of the show. Ooh, that's going to be, yeah, no. Definitely don't want to do that. Alright, you guys aren't giving a lot of scores here. This is a very important, going to be an important number. Very important number that you guys give. We've only seen 2 scores right now. 2 for Carolina Crusher. That's it. Waiting for one more score, and that is it. I don't even know if we're going to get one more score. You guys are lacking. You're lacking. Alright, that's it. We're closed. And because not enough of you scored, Carolina Crusher just lost the chance at winning that competition and got an 8.8, which is third place. So you guys really screwed the pooch there. That was the best run by far, and you guys didn't, or at least second best, and you guys did not reward it. So that'll take us into the Sky Wheelie competition, which is always a fast one, so you guys are going to have to keep your eyes peeled. In this competition, each truck will get 1 hit to do a Sky Wheelie. That is it. Just 1. You guys are judging it the same way you've scored every other competition. You're looking for height, whatever the heck you want to see in a Sky Wheelie. It is one of my favorite competitions in Monster Jam, and I'm very excited for it today. The Packer Fastener Just Get Her Done 2 is going to start things off here. And we will see what score he can get. This truck needs a rebound very badly. Oh, wow! Well, he's on top of the bus. He might roll it over, though. Gravity? Nope. Yeah, he is just stuck up there. And that is going to end his run. So that is the Sky Wheelie run for Just Get Her Done 2. That was awesome. Let's see what those scores are. Can I save it? No, I couldn't. I couldn't move that thing at all. I tried, but it wouldn't budge. Would not budge. Alright, that is it for Get Her Done 2. That is going to be an 8.6. So a solid number to start, but you never know how it's going to fare with the rest of the competitors. As we will now see Whiplash come out in this competition. Here comes the Whiplash. That is her attempt at a sky wheelie. Let's see those scores. Oh, I didn't delete it. Hold on. I gotta take it off the track. Oh! What the hell? What the heck is that? No, 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 no. Close. What is going on here? What the heck is happening? Dude, you're gonna piss me off. Okay, well, we're gonna have a floating car on the track for the rest of this run. I don't really care. Alright. Whiplash scores are in. And it is a 7.7. You guys are really all over the place with your scores today. We had a couple high, we had a high 8, we had a high 7, and a mid 6. So our common judges are not really here. So here comes Monster Mutt Dalmatian. This is really his last chance of doing anything to try and stay alive. Going over the racing lane, and Monster Mutt Dalmatian, that was his sky wheelie run. Let's see the score. Comment your scores. Come on now. If you're watching, why not participate? Just get this thing out of here. Oh my goodness. What? Oh. You guys are talking about paperclip profile pictures. I don't know what the hell you're talking about. Alright, hey, thank you guys for scoring. WU. It is a 6.8 for Dalmatian, who is essentially buried now at the bottom of this series. But still gonna try and perform. So here comes Max D. This is a pretty big run. Max D's got to go out here and do something good. These points are really tight at the top. Oh, goes over the bus van stack. Nice. All right. Well, see what you guys thought. Comment your scores. Let's see 'em. Max D on a CRD. Yeah, but this is the Jared Eichelberger chassis. I don't know, Romeo. I think you're lacking over here. You are lacking. All right, that's enough for me to close the scores. It is an 8.7, and that is your new leader. So Max D has taken the top spot with half the field to go. Here comes Scooby-Doo. Nice vertical sky wheelie there out of the Scooby-Doo truck. Let's see what you guys score it. Come on, we gotta be quicker than this, guys. We're wasting so much time here in Sky Wheelies that we don't need to be wasting. It's supposed to be such a quick and easy competition to get through. And if you guys, I know some of you guys don't like it, so let's see some quicker scores and then we can be on our merry way. Ah, that's better. Now you guys are cooking with the scores now. Jay and Josh, Critical Creeper, BTR Network, AJ, Dylan Selfridge, who continues to give 88s and scores out of 100, which the score's not out of. But that's okay. Kenneth, I don't think, is getting the point of Sky Wheelies. But that's okay. I'm just glad you guys got your numbers in quick so we can move along. That is going to be your new leader with a 9.1 for Scooby-Doo. So, kind of saving her season there a little bit. And it's going to bring out Carolina Crusher. Oh my, very vertical there. Broke the rear steer on the landing, but nice run out of the Carolina Crusher. Wow, really broke the rear steer. That's funny. All right. Let's see them scores. What's happening again? This is Sky Wheelies. Just silly old Sky Wheelies. Alright, that's enough. The score is a 9.13, and that is your new leader. So Carolina Crusher kind of surprisingly gains the points back that he lost thanks to the judges and two-wheel skills, and is now back in the charge. So here's Excalibur. Pay some close attention here. Oh my, the truck got flicked sideways when it hit the ramp. Well, that was interesting. Why is my rear steer linked? What the hell happened? How did I do that? Why is my rear steer linked? Do you guys see that? What in the world? How do I turn that off? I must have hit a button over here that did it. No. What? Why is my rear steer? How do I turn that off now? How did I do that? What did that? You're goated, Kenneth. Kenneth is goated. Like, how did that happen? Like, why did I... Oh my goodness. It's just so annoying. There's some things about this game that just irritate me.
And they shouldn't happen.
Alright, that is the run for Excalibur. It says 4.3, so really lost some major points there because of that move. I don't know what the heck happened, but did not go down as planned. So here's El Toro Loco. He was your two-wheel skills winner today. Going to try and go out there for a win in Sky Wheelies as well. Oh! Up over the bus stack! Bounces it and lands it. Very nice. And El Toro Loco putting on the finishing touches to what's been a pretty good day so far. Coming out and doing a nice job. I think the stream says it's Fort Worth. Did I do that wrong? No, it does say Grand Forks. I'm tripping. Alright. While you guys get that score in, we'll load in the other track for freestyle. It would go crazy. El Toro Loco Ice on the modern body. Ooh. Mwah. Chef's kiss. Very chef's kiss. Alright. Well, you guys got your scores in there, and that is it. The score for El Toro Loco Ice is a 9.2 and is your winner. So El Toro Loco Ice has won 2 competitions today. And I gotta say, pretty impressive. I mean, he's with the way Excalibur's been driving, El Toro Loco Ice might have just put himself in a spot that he might be in the top 2 at the end of today. Carolina Crusher's pretty firmly in number 1 at this point, but I gotta say, it is definitely still up in the air for who makes it into the World Finals on this series. So it is freestyle time, and as always, you guys are going to be the judges here. And we are going to go in reverse order of how they were in the last event. And this is a pretty important freestyle competition. This freestyle competition might be the difference in who wins and loses this series. So make sure you guys are paying close attention. They're going to have exactly 1 minute to do whatever they want right here on this floor. You guys will be the judges as you have been. Romeo, it's been nice to have you here. You know I have Discord as well. Well, I didn't. If you're going to be providing me with Tracks and Trucks Life Changer, I'll gladly have your Discord. Random Truck Freestyle, you know what? I'm going to leave that to the stadiums. I'm not feeling it in the arenas. Well, you know what? You guys want it. I'll provide it. Fine. Fine, fine. I'm just not in the mood for it today, but I'll do it for you guys because you asked. How about a good old minivan here? You will? Alright, Life Changer, then drop your Discord and I'll add it. Oh my. Minivan's gotten himself a little stuck. Well, that didn't last very long. That's okay, though. That is A-okay. Alright, Life Changer. You better not be kidding me. I expect truck and track drops. Regularly. Well, hey, BTR, that's nice to see that this is your first one. Happy to have you. Come on. All right. So let's do. I sent it something Life Changer. I just sent a friend request to a Life Changer, so I'll add in the rest now, and some random guy named Life Changer is gonna get my thing. So oh well. So here comes freestyle again. 1 minute. You guys watching are the judges. Let's roll. So Monster Mud Dalmatian pretty much out of it at this point in terms of the series points standings. Oh, very vertical. Well, he's also the test dummy for the rest of the drivers out here today. And it seems like he's going to be the dummy as he has flipped it over. Maybe a chance at a save? Nope. So Monster Mud Dalmatian continues to suck on this series. And that is it. Left 25 seconds on the clock. Let's see a score. Yeesh, that was pretty brutal. Brutal watch. Pretty brutal watch. Gotta take out the damn trash. Well, you have fun with that, Life Changer. Ooh, my legs are sore. Ugh. So far, Jay and Josh is our only judge, so you guys gotta put in some work. Thank you, KJ. Dylan getting another 86 out there. I don't think Dylan really understands the concept of the scoring, but it's okay, we'll give him a pass. Alright, that is it. The score for the Dalmatians is going to be a 5. Truck just continues to be severely underwhelming. Here comes Max D to start off his run. Goes up on top of the van stack and walks it down. Very nice way to start. Again, when you only have a minute, you've kind of got to leave some sort of a good, lasting impression from the start. Oh my! Hit that van and the minivan kind of screwed him up. Got 30 seconds left. Nice. This track's given some nice sky wheelies here in Freestyle. He's got 10 seconds to go. Has not done very much yet. Alright. He's gonna have time for one more move, whatever that might be. Gonna stuff it into that car. And that is it for the Max D truck here today. Freestyling, let's see the scores. Well, Drop Dead's been modded. I'm just gonna put that out there. Drop Dead's been modded. That's alright, KJ. Dylan's got his own form of scoring, and that's alright. That is A-okay. Alright. Whiplash is going to be your next truck. I'll get it ready to go while you guys score. Alright. Ooh, a Closed. Alright. Max D's going to get a 7.3. Left the door open there. This is definitely leading to a very, very heavy favorite. This is leading to Carolina Crusher kind of looking like a pretty heavy favorite right now, but we'll see. Whiplash Freestyle is underway. Oh, gonna go around the back here. Fun. That's using what the track's giving you. Nice air. This track is just so tight together, it's tough to get some sort of flow on it. You know, it's not an easy track by any means. Oh no! Whiplash is over into the dumpster. Will it roll itself back over? Nope. That is it, and leaving 15 seconds on the clock. Whiplash is done. Just went into that corner way too hot. And unfortunately, that is not good. Not good at all. Why didn't it show that Drop Dead's modded? I modded him. Huh. Weird. Oh, there you go. It's done now. Alright. Let me get my next truck out here. What I also need is I want to get the... I don't really like the Beam Monsters pack. I need to get the new El Toro Loco on a chassis like this. Like, just a regular chassis. Because the Beam Monsters pack is fine. It's just, I really don't like those trucks at all. They drive well, but the bodies don't break. There's something about them. Just not a fan. Alright. Scores are in for the Whiplash. It's going to be a 6.4. You guys are giving some random-ass scores today. But whatever. I'm doing my best. Alright, it is freestyling time for the El Toro Loco Ice. Let's see what he does. Nice air. Now, El Toro Loco Ice having a pretty big day so far. Has gone out there having some trouble driving. Has gone out there and won 2 of the first 3 competitions today. Ooh, little stoppy. You've got to find ways to make stuff happen on a track like this, because there's not much to do. You've got to make wow moments, and El Toro Loco is going to try. Jumping over the bus, the first person to try that transfer today. And that is going to end his times. He's going to just flip it right over. Oh, yeah. Going to just stop it right there. Great run out of El Toro Loco. Well, John, you missed El Toro Loco. What? El Toro Loco winning the last 2 competitions and Carolina Crusher winning racing. But Carolina Crusher's been very solid today, staying firm at the top of the series. Yes, Drop Dead, if you have that would be great. It seems to me, Drop Dead, that you've got, like, a lot of unreleased trucks for that Vendetta, for Nathan's chassis. If you have them, I'll gladly take them. I also need a terminal velocity very badly. Don't have one. The one that I have, the body doesn't load, so it's meaningless. But, great run out of El Toro Loco Ice. As we get down to our final 4 competitors here in freestyle. I feel like a lot of drivers have not been able to figure out the flow of this track. It is not an easy track to figure out. Alright, so that is it for the scores. It is an 8.1 for El Toro Loco. That is your new leader. But still a lot of low numbers today in this competition. A lot of low numbers. We'll see if Scooby-Doo can do something good. Starting with a slap wheelie. I like the change of pace for the crime-solving dog. Don't flip over now. Bit of a tacky track. This track has been tough to drive on, I've got to say. Not been very easy. Scooby-Doo almost won the Sky Wheelie competition, but finished in 2nd place. So going for a good freestyle here to try and grab some sort of win today. Climbing over that bus, got in a weird spot, but pulled it out. So looking pretty good with still 20 seconds left. Oh my, Scooby-Dooby-Doo, flipping over and gets a save. Still 5 seconds left on the clock. Jumping it right from one bus stack to the other. Oh my goodness, Scooby-Doo, can she save it? No, not quite, but that was a crazy finish to the run. Put your scores in the live chat. Very close with Nathan. Well, that's very cool. I do think I have... I'd assume I have Nathan's last one, but I will gladly take a whole pack of that. That would be super sick, man. I really appreciate it. You will see them driven plenty on here, because I love using that chassis. I've got the... I think Excalibur is from that as well, or at least it's one of them. Alright, that is it for Scooby-Doo. The score is an 8.5, and Scooby-Doo has grabbed the lead. Not many trucks left to go. Carolina Crusher is the next one. Carolina Crusher's been able to just sneak in and grab last-second wins so many times on this season. And it is why he is in first. Let's see if he can do it again today with some nice air. Starting things off. Oh my, this truck is flip-flopping around. You can't really afford to flip over right now, though. Because while, yes, he has grown a pretty good lead, you don't want to throw that away. "25 seconds in, trying to keep it from flipping over here. This track just is doing everything it can to flip you over. Look at it, look at it. This track just refuses to let me stay driving. Got a little bicycle to moonwalk thing there. Huge air out of the Carolina Crusher. Oh my, going for the dumpster. He settled it down. He's going to have one more move to make here. This is it. Alright, well, that one last move really didn't pay off very well. And Carolina Crusher's ended on its lid. So let's find out the scores by looking at what you guys gave in the live chat. Just 2 trucks left to go. I don't know, that might be close. Carolina Crusher's been surprising. You guys have liked it a lot this year, so we'll see. Alright, you guys are getting those scores in. Oh, we got a new judge, Adam Hebb, throwing in a score. Very nice. Happy to see that. Alright, we're closed. It is a 7.81 for Carolina Crusher. So for the first time in a while, does not come out and put on an incredible run. Or at least a big number run. So we'll see if the Packer Fastener Just Get Her Done 2 can get things started in a positive direction for him. He's already popped a tire. This truck just can't catch a break, man. This might be the most cursed truck of any truck in the Who's Ready for Beam Monster Jam. Has to be. Because this thing just can't seem to stay going. Oh no. He's flipped it over. Can he save it? Alright, well, he pulled out a little Black Pearl save there. Whoa! Twisting sideways. I don't know if this one's going to be savable, though. It is not. He's just flipping that thing all over and will leave 20 seconds on the clock. This truck just has been such bad luck this year. Every show it competes in is just not able to do anything that it wants to do, which is too bad. But it'll leave us with 1 truck left to go here in this freestyle competition as you guys get your scores in there. Alright, well, tough for Just Get Her Done, but that is it, and the score is going to be a 6.1. Not very good. And I think that might have put the nail in the coffin for that truck. It was in 4th place entering the day, but I don't know. Alright, Life Changer, well, you're going to miss the last freestyle. You're going to... Sure you want to miss that? Excalibur's ready to tear it up. Oh my, hold on, we're gonna just pretend like that didn't happen. I thought I was lined up straight when I hit that, but because my because I have to have my eyes on my phone for my clock, I can't really be paying attention to how well I'm lined up, so we're just going to redo that. Alright, here we go. Alright, Excalibur off some nice air, but you gotta watch out for that dumpster there, buddy. What are you doing? Well, he saved it. Let's see if the truck is okay. Seems to be fine, which is shocking for a hit that hard, but definitely broke those rear sway bars. Oh my goodness. He's not worried about the dumpster, though. He's just throwing it around. Oh, you gotta worry about that! What the heck is going on with Excalibur today? Yeah, he's done. He's stuck in that wall, so call it quits right there. That's one of the weirdest runs I've ever seen, but Excalibur is done and finished, and that ends Freestyle. But don't go anywhere. We'll have an encore, as we always do. We have to have an encore. But man, oh man, that was not pretty. Out of the Excalibur truck, so many poor runs today. This track had so much promise and led to the worst show out of any of the Who's Ready for Beam Monster Jam stops. But that's, you know, whatever. It happens. No one's even commenting. I was going to say, we didn't have a single score until KJ commented. Because, golly, that was rough. Well, we're going to close the scores. And that is going to get a 5.6. We'll revisit those scores and take a look at who won the overall event championship in a moment after we do an encore. And I saw a request for a jester. So, you know what? Sure. We're going to do this one. I'm all for taking suggestions sometimes. Alright, a jester encore, shall we? Maybe he can put down a good freestyle. No time. Just go out there and have fun. Your freestyle winner, by the way, was Scooby-Doo with an 8.5. So, Jester out here to put on a little encore for you all in Grand Forks. Oh, okay. Broke the front tie rod on that. This track is cursed. This track is utterly cursed. Did I just break my rear steer too? No, I thought I did. Oh boy. Well, it's not flipped over yet, so we keep rolling. Going over the minivan that was there before the show even started, or freestyle even started. Oh my. Flipping over again. And he save it this time? I don't know. Yeah, alright, well, Jester's still rolling with that broken front tie rod. I think I broke a little bit more than the front tie rod on that, though. Oh, going backwards. Well, this has been a pretty good encore, at least. And that is going to end it. Wow. Well, hey, you know what? I think you guys got your money's worth in that Encore alone. So for all the fans who were here today, the show was pretty mid, but the Encore claps. So we'll take the time to now get the scores up and ready. Or not the scores, the overall point standings up and ready. And then we will wrap things up for the day. So let's just tally up all these numbers, shall we? This is a very important show. It's the second to last one of this series, so we've got to get something's got to give for some of these drivers. What the heck? Why didn't it number Excalibur? Thank you. Sure. So, let's look at the points. Carolina Crusher won racing, so we got 8 points there. Then got 14, 21, and 27 for Carolina Crusher today. 27 points. Another huge day. That's out of 32 possible. Excalibur 7, 8, hold on. Where did my math go? Okay, so 7, 14, 15, 17. So 17. I do see that drop dead. I'll look in 1 sec. Let me write this in. Ooh, very nice. I'll have to look at those after the stream because I can't download them on here, but I will take a peek. You're goated for that. That is why you're a mod. All right, moving along. Jared and Max D got 6. Then 4, so 10, 15, 20 points for Max D. Not the best day ever, but could have been a little bit better than that. Just Get Her Done 2. 1, 2. Buckle my chute. No, I'm kidding. 6 and 9. 9 points for Just Get Her Done 2. That's going to kill him. It's going to kill him. Why did I start with him, though? That doesn't make any sense. I don't know what I was doing that for. El Toro Loco got 5, then 13, 21, and 28. So we have a new overall event champion leader with the 28 from El Toro Loco. Monster Mutt Dalmatian got 3, 5, 4, 6, and 8. So Dalmatian is even worse. Whiplash got 4, 6, 9, and 13. Not a good day. That might have just killed Whiplash. Scooby-Doo got 3, 8, 14, and 26. So a couple of trucks had some pretty big days, and two of them were at the bottom. Scooby-Doo was in 5th, and El Toro Loco was in 7th entering the day. Both trucks would be eliminated from the series and from all points altogether if the series were to end after the last stop. So let's add up these points. Your overall event champion is El Toro Loco Ice with 28. Carolina Crusher has 72 points. Max D has 61. Excalibur has 58, so a bit of a tiebreaker there. 48 for Just Get Her Done. 63 for Scooby-Doo, which is going to put her in 2nd place. She just kicked out Max D and Excalibur. Whiplash with 50. That is going to jump her over Get Her Done. El Toro Loco Ice with 60, which is going to jump him over Excalibur and puts Excalibur in the 4 spot right now. And Dalmatian has 28. All but eliminated. So let's look at these points right now. your current series leader, don't forget the top 2 drivers on the Arena Series go to the World Finals and get brought up to the stadiums for Season 2. Currently, that would be Carolina Crusher with 72 points, holding a 9-point lead on the series over Scooby-Doo, who has 63 in second place. So Scooby-Doo went from being eliminated to being in the World Finals and getting brought up in just one big show. So big deal there. In the 3rd and 4th place spots, these 2 trucks will be remaining on the arenas next season if they stay here. Currently, that is Max D and El Toro Loco Ice, but they are still very much in it to not only win this series, but to make it to the World Finals. Only 3 points separating spots 2 and 4. And then the bottom 4 would be the trucks that are eliminated altogether. There is no bringing them up to the World Finals, or no bringing them up to the stadiums, nothing. They're gone. Excalibur with 58, so only 2 points from being safe. Whiplash with 50. Just Get Her Done 2 with 48. And Monster Mutt Dalmatian with 28. So Dalmatian, pretty much a done deal. That truck is out. There's only 32 points up for grabs in any given day, and that would bring him to 60 on the dot, which would be tied. So in order for Monster Mutt Dalmatian to not be eliminated, he would need to sweep the next event and need literally the other 4 trucks ahead of him to not compete at all. If that were the case, well then Monster Mutt Dalmatian will stay alive. So Monster Mutt Dalmatian is not mathematically eliminated, but pretty much eliminated at this point. And then, I mean, it's tight at the top. I mean, there's only 2 spots that go to the World Finals. Carolina Crusher is not a lock to get there, but is very, very firmly in that spot. 9 points is going to be tough to lose, especially the way that truck has been driving right now. The 2 Arena Series, very, very interesting to this point. And it was a... Oh, I would never move those packs around drop dead. Don't worry. First off, I don't have anyone to send them to, and second off, I wouldn't ever say yes to that. They will never go anywhere. But yeah, one show can definitely make a big difference, as Jay and Josh says. You never know. I mean, this one show brought Scooby-Doo from being pretty lifeless to suddenly in a World Finals spot at this point in time. So that's pretty crazy. Something I never saw. And I'm very, very impressed. I really am. I'm very impressed with how things are going. So thank you guys all for joining us today. Let's get this thing wrapped up. Thank you all. It was very nice to have you. Shout out to Life Changer and Drop Dead for hooking me up also with some beam packs with some trucks and tracks. You guys are the best. This is why I have the best fan base in all of YouTube Monster Jam. I mean, there's some great fan bases out there. I firmly believe that I've got a truly passionate group of people who follow me, and I love every single one of you for that. So yet again, thank you all for watching. The next stop you'll see, the next live stream you'll see, will be crowning series champions, putting drivers in the World Finals, and eliminating drivers, because the next stop begins stop 4, the final stop for all 4 of these series. It is going to be so great. I can't wait to watch it all, and I can't wait for you guys to